Hello, everyone. Happy to be here. I'm Louisa, and I'm not a dentist. The dentist is sitting over there. That's my husband, Wing Chu, and together we own a practice called DP Dental in Singapore, and I've been managing it for the past 10 years, and really happy to be able to support a husband who is a visionary in the field of dentistry. And talking about disruption, we are onto a healthcare revolution that we are doing. And we are going out around the region. We've been traveling quite a fair bit, 2 to 3 countries a month, attending conferences, always forever learning, but also Wing Chu teaches other dentists, and we're looking at a shift in mindset, letting dentists know that, look, the teeth and gum isn't the only thing that we should be focusing on, because the body is a systemic whole, and so we look into functional, integrative, whole body kind of dentistry. Culture, when I got that topic from Masami and Paul, I was thinking, what is it that form, the pillars of culture? And to me, the first thing is that culture cannot be created. You can't say, I want a culture of this, and it happens. It doesn't. Everybody's talking about purpose and finding your why. If you search the word ikigai, I-K-I-G-A-I, all right, it's a Japanese concept, all right, of how, when you do what you're good at, when you do what you love, when you do what the world needs, and all that comes together, your purpose comes along. The second concept is values, all right? We, like Ainsley, we also have a list of core values. If you go to our dpdental.com.sg website, you'll be able to find our 10 core values on there. I just want to touch a little bit on that. It's not about, sometimes, how do we sit down and come out with all these values? So now I know Ainsley's got a list, okay? Just to share a little story about how I came up with our own values list. Well, some of you may have heard of Zappos, okay? Tony Hsieh was the inspiration. I literally looked at his list, and I liked almost everything that was there, and I identified with it, and that became the DP Dental list, and core values. But I guess the only thing that I couldn't really quite feel was the part about have fun and and be a little weird. Okay, so I changed that to love the work that you do. But actually, after all these awesome speeches that I've heard this morning, I'm going to go and revise that list of values. I'm going to put in something about giving in there, and the next value that I want to add to my 10 core values is that the more we give, actually, the more that we are going to get in return. So that's going to be one of my company's core values from now on. Thank you. And then that comes to coach. Okay, for me, being a leader is about being a coach. One of the hats that we have to play is about being a coach. So for us, how we recruited the big team that we have, about 30 over members, is really we actually put our values out there, and we say, those of you who identify with these values, come and join us, right? And when they're on the team, what we do is to coach them. And how do we coach them? Well, I used to like to quote Simon Sinek, but I found a new inspiration, and this was the guy, my latest inspiration. I was on the plane, and one of the things that I try to do when I'm on the plane with Shay, my 6-year-old boy, is that we try to watch the same movie at the same time, so it kind of feels like we are in it together, and we even try to start the movie at the same time. And I was just so inspired by Po, the dragon warrior. And this is what he, at one point of a eureka moment that he had, he says, I don't have to turn you into me. All I have to do is turn you into you. And your real strength comes from being the best that you can be. So this is kind of like what I call giving leadership, okay? My mission is to make sure that I can identify the strengths of every one of the single members in my team, and I'm able to bring out the best in them. So my role, I'm a leader, I'm not a boss. I'm a coach, not a delegator. I teach because the more that I share, the more I learn. And the more I give, the more I receive. So how do we do that? I think Sarah touched on a bit of that. I call it congruence. I call it living a life of congruence. And to me, congruency is akin to being authentic. It's to be the same person that you are to others as you are to yourself. And likewise, it's really about that whole alignment of your own personal values with that of your company's values, and how, because of that, you simplify how you lead life, and you can just go forth and be the really best that you can be, that you can live optimally, and I guess that's how happiness then comes in. So I hope that everyone will go out there and be authentic and live a life of congruence. So I look to reach out to all of you and connect. Thank you. Whoa.